Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of my podcast, Explore and Engage with Anam. The migrant crisis keeps getting worse. Let's talk about New York City. I've talked about New York City before. I'll talk about New York City again. It is a great city that is being destroyed by liberal politicians. And in fact, I think that New York City is one of the most poorly run cities in America. And it's all because of liberal policies. New York City Mayor Eric Adams is looking at housing migrants in empty New York City public schools over the summer. Reportedly, 20 to 30 schools are being looked at to house migrants. Now, the government will always say it's temporary. They call it temporary shelter. That's what liberal politicians will tell people, that it's just a temporary arrangement. It's a temporary shelter. But this is a permanent problem in New York City. The migrants are in New York, and that's because New York City embraced the title of a sanctuary city. And now, Mayor Adams and his administration, they are trying to come up with places to house migrants. And they are trying to place the burden of housing on New York City schools. The parents and children are going to be suffering as a result of this proposal if this proposal is implemented. People pay taxes to fund public schools, and New York City mayor wants to place migrants on school premises. Taxpayer money is going to be funding this proposal if this is implemented. This is what liberal politicians want. They want to take money from American taxpayers and provide services to migrants. And the migrants are foreign nationals. These are people who crossed the southern border to enter the United States. In Chicago, if you remember, not too long ago, the Chicago City Council voted to allocate $51 million for migrants. And that was for the month of June. And in New York City, liberal politicians in positions of power are taking money away from taxpayers and using those funds to provide services to migrants. New York City is a very expensive place to live. Many hardworking Americans cannot afford rent in New York City. Many Americans find it extremely difficult to own real estate in New York City just because it's so pricey. And the liberal politicians want to take money from taxpayers to fund services for migrants in New York City. The liberals want to put migrants inside public schools. And these schools, once again, let me remind you, my friends, these public schools are funded by American taxpayers. The message from these liberal New York City politicians is loud and clear. They are prioritizing migrants over hardworking, law-abiding Americans. My friends, there's more that I will share with you in future episodes, but at this time, I'm going to ask you to share with me your thoughts and comments on this issue. What do you think about this proposal, this plan? And I don't know if this is going to be implemented, but we have to wait and see. Mayor Eric Adams and his administration, reportedly, they want to put migrants in public schools over the summer. Share with me your thoughts on this. Please reach out to me. Go to my website, tawsifanam.net. You can send me a message there, and you can also find me on social media. I will look forward to hearing from you. And I want to thank you all for continuing to listen to my podcast. I hope to be back again soon with a new episode.